Welcome to the Trade Mastermind podcast.
It's Joseph Valente here, CEO of Trade Mastermind, and today I've got my 7 top hacks for you to grow your plumbing or electrical business in 2023. So here's my number 1 tip. So first and foremost, you need to build brand. You can see behind me, great colors, amazing logo, does what it says on the tin, the 7-figure boiler business builder. It stands out. You've got to brand up your business. You've got to get known in the marketplace. Your brand is what people say about you when you're not in the room. But unless people are bought into your brand, how can they buy into your business? How can they buy into you? Now, if I was holding up a Costa coffee cup, and a coffee cup from the local cafe, you'd see that the one from Costa was about £5 and the one from the local cafe was £1. Now, unless you're a coffee connoisseur, you're not going to really know the differences between the 2 coffee qualities, but you will notice the difference in the price. And the reason that Costa are able to charge 5 times more or 500% more than the competition is not because of the taste of the coffee or the quality of the coffee. It's for one thing and one thing only, and that is branding. The branding that people know, like, and trust. Okay, number 2, social media is your secret to success. Now, what I love about construction, again, is so many of these areas are so untapped. How much social media do you do? Have you updated your profiles recently? Or does it look like your business is closed? Imagine going onto your Instagram or your Facebook and you've not posted for months and months and months. Consumers are going to be asking whether you're still in business or not, right? Just like you would. Websites are dead now. People go to social media for live daily updates. So you've got to have presence. You've got to have great content. You've got to build a brand that consumers are buying into because your social media is on point. Give away tips, give away tricks, give away competitions, do great things for charity, put out great content. This is how you're going to succeed in your business. And imagine if your competitor's not on social media and you are. It's giving you such an amazing advantage that you've got to level up and learn social. If you're not used to social media, get trained and get used to it. Okay, number 3, and this is really important. Businesses grow with people. If you don't have people and you're a sole trader or you've got, 3 or 4 people within your business, then you've got to scale up. You need more people and you need more revenue producing assets, not just more engineers that you've got to find work for. They are great to do delivery, but they are delivery. You need salespeople. You need to have a sales strategy, a sales process, and you need to build sales teams. You're only ever going to grow your construction business if you multiply you. If you as the business owner are the salesperson, then you've got to multiply you. That's what's going to grow your revenues. Now, I built a national sales force in Improgas, and we had 35 national salespeople, and that revenue was generating $1 million a month in new boiler sales. $1 million a month. Okay, but I wouldn't have done that by myself. And that's one of the biggest things that many people miss, is that they try to do it all themselves because, I don't know, maybe they think that it's cheaper to do it yourself. Well, it's only cheaper to do it yourself if you're trying to do 100% of a very small piece. You need to pay people to take a piece of a much, much bigger pie, and building sales teams is how I've seen and transformed so many of our clients' businesses. Okay, number 4, and this is a big one, and actually my favorite. It's business education. You all went to college to learn how to be a fantastic engineer, a fantastic electrician, gas engineer, electrician, 3, 4, 5 years of training. And you wouldn't have dreamed to go into somebody's house and start working on their jobs as an unqualified engineer. But yet, we all just think that business is as simple as registering a limited company, buying a van, getting some tools and going to work. And in its basic form, yes, it is. And that's okay if you want to be a sole trader. You might just be able to make that work and build a good living. yeah? But you are only getting a good living. You're not building and running a business. You're working for yourself. It's a glorified version of a job that you hope will give you more money, time, freedom. But actually, in most cases, what happens is people go into that without the skills to make it work efficiently. So it ends up becoming much more of a trap than they thought, more commitment than they thought, more stress than they thought. And we don't want that for you. And the way to counter that and improve on that is to get educated. Effectively, it's like going to fix a broken down boiler with the right tools. If you haven't got the right screwdriver, the right spanner, the right electrical tester, okay, you're not going to be able to do the job properly, and then it's going to be super, super hard. You try and fix a boiler with a hammer, what's going to happen? Yeah, you try and fix a fuse board with a set of wire cutters, what's going to happen? So when you learn business and get trained up on business, all you're actually doing is giving yourself the tools that you need to build an effective business in the form of the skills that are required to drive marketing opportunities, to drive leads, to drive sales, to build people, to build infrastructure processes, to understand cash flow, to understand finances, to get on top of your profit, okay? And actually run a very well-oiled machine. That's the plan, that's the game, that's the aim. And number 5 is build a sales force. Build a sales force. If you want to win in 2023, you've got to multiply the front end. Generate more leads and send salespeople to go and make the sales for you. You need people out there speaking to as many customers as they possibly can to open up new opportunities, because you're busy and a business owner should be always driving the sales, but you have to get to a point where you take a step back from the sales and get back into the driving seat, which is, okay, controlling and running the business centrally and allowing salespeople to go out and win new business for you. That's how you build a business that doesn't revolve around you. And that's true freedom when the sales are consistent and you've built the right infrastructure that you can operate without having any of that in place. It's beautiful. That first sale that gets made by a salesperson for you and your business will be a euphoric moment that I look forward to you celebrating in 2023. Number 6 is build a 5-star customer service experience. Those that lead with customer service first improve their processes, their points of contact, their aftercare, their support. That's what people want to buy in this day and age. They want peace of mind. Now, if you're trying to charge more for your jobs and make more money, you've got to give the customer a reason to buy into you. And you've got to add more value. It can't just be me coming and doing the job. There's got to be the value proposition that wraps around it. And service is very, very, very key to making that happen. You know, what are the points of contact? What are the systems that you're using? What are the notifications to your customer? What's the post-sales and installation process? What's your warranties like? What are your breakdown hotlines like? You know, all of this stuff really does matter, and it should form part of your front-end sales pitch. And, you know, those that don't have that in place are really going to lose in 2023, because it's going to be the year of the upgraded business, especially going into a recession. You have got to be skilled up on all of these points that I'm mentioning. And finally, number 7, and this is probably the most important one, is make sure that you invest in you as the business owner. Do not invest in just your business. Buying new tools and buying a new van are fantastic when the time is right. But first and foremost, you as the business owner have got to be able to grow your business. If your business outgrows you, that's where things get hard, that's where failure happens, that's where it doesn't become a success. But you imagine this in its most simplest form. You can't run £1 million business with a £100,000 skill set. So if you're a business owner and you only ever achieved £100,000 in revenue, or you achieved a £500,000 in revenue, because running a £500,000 business, let me tell you, is substantially different than running a £1 million business. There are some steps that happen in between $500,000 and $1 million that change the whole way that you have to operate as a business owner, because you get so far away from the things that you're doing. So it's a real pinch point. And a £1 million business owner has to have a different skill set to running a £10 million business. So you've got to upgrade yourself. You've got to upgrade you. That's how you win. Knowledge is power. Education creates transformation. And, you know, you should always be looking to level up, because I believe that most people come into the mindset in trade to be the best engineer, but they're missing that mindset which wants them to be the best business owner, why don't you want to be the best business owner on the planet? And to be the best business owner on the planet, or the best businessman on the planet, okay, or the best businesswoman, you've got to have the best business skills. So invest in those skills. It's much better that you learn how to sell, how to market, how to hire people before you go and do it, because then you're spending all that money on marketing, you can't sell. What's the point of dropping 10 grand a month on marketing if you can't actually convert any of those leads? What's the point of spending £50,000 on hiring people if you don't have any infrastructure to manage those people? If you don't understand how to build teams out, you're going to get held back. So getting the right education and doing the right thing is about understanding that you are an asset that appreciates when you invest in you, and the knowledge is taken with you, because sometimes, you know, you'll move on, you'll sell your business, you'll exit the business, you'll close down the business, but the value stays with you. When your business goes, you will still be here. And that's why I spend hundreds of thousands of pounds a year and thousands of hours every year investing in me, because I understand when my businesses are sold or gone or whatever, okay, I am still here, able to still operate at a very high performing level, which means that I'm able to take that success with me as the time goes on. I hope you've enjoyed this podcast. This is how to smash 2023, get ahead of the game. You've got 7 hacks there to grow your plumbing and electrical business. Make sure you listen to this podcast 3, 4, 5 times to get them to sink in, okay? I'm now off to a meeting with a billionaire. I'm very, very excited about it. And I can tell you this, one thing about upgrading you is about upgrading your circle. It's about upgrading your knowledge. It's about understanding that you become like the most people that you spend your time with. So unless you're with business winners that are leveling up in business, you're never gonna succeed. So if you like the podcast, make sure that you follow the instructions and join one of our discovery days to come and learn about our 7-figure boiler academy or our 7-figure renewable academy. We can work with you and support you over 12 months to help you build successful businesses. Go onto our website, check our reviews online. Everything we do is backed by insane results, real life results for tradespeople that want to become business people. I'm Joseph Valente. Enjoy your day. Go out there and smash it.